Good morning and welcome to KidNuz, sponsored today by Bamboo Learning. I'm Tori. Today is Thursday, October 22nd, 2020. And we begin with a cool new idea to combat climate change. Researchers at Purdue University have created a unique type of white paint that when used on a building's exterior can reduce the need for air conditioning. A chemical compound in the paint works to repel the sun's rays, lowering indoor temperatures by up to 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Scientists liken it to how a refrigerator works, but without the need to plug anything in. And that's just the half of it. In a paper for the Cell Reports Physical Science Journal, the project's engineers claim the paint can also reflect harmful solar energy all of the way out of the Earth's atmosphere into deep space. A separate but related technology called Cool Pavement is being tested on the streets of Phoenix, Arizona, where summer temps can top 120 degrees. Mickey and his friends in Anaheim now know how, if not exactly when, they can get back to work. California health officials released long-awaited guidelines for when Disneyland can reopen its gates. And it's when Orange County goes yellow, to the least restrictive of the state's four-tier system. What that means in COVID terms is one positive case a day per 100,000 residents. Not surprisingly, the president of Disney Parks is pushing back, arguing the safety protocols are too severe since there have been no outbreaks tied to the July reopening of Disney World in Florida. Even so, as of now, the best-case scenario for a Southern California restart is reportedly December 1st, but some park watchers say even that is optimistic. This could be a big day in the race to end the coronavirus pandemic. A group of independent scientists who advise the Federal Drug Administration is meeting to review the research of drug companies working on a vaccine. The federal government has invested $10 billion of taxpayer funds into the effort, and so far there's widespread optimism that the bet will pay off with one or more viable vaccines. Still, no one can say for sure if, when, and how they'll become available. One big lingering question is how safe it will be for kids. Pfizer, one of the pharmaceutical companies in the race, recently got the green light to test its vaccine on kids as young as 12. Could future World Series look more like the Super Bowl? It could happen if one of baseball's top operators has his way. Power agent Scott Boras, who represents some of the game's best players, sees one aspect of this year's pandemic series as a model for the future. His idea? Raise baseball's profile by playing the best-of-7 game championship in a single city and make it an international event. There's been little pageantry this week at Globe Life Field in Arlington. The stadium is just a quarter full with no pre- or post-game celebrations. However, Texas Governor Greg Abbott did kick things off Tuesday night, shouting out the ceremonious "Play ball." Also at the festivities, MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred, who suggested he'd like to see some of this season's changes become permanent, like an expanded playoff roster. Twitter trolls better watch their backs. The heroes of the Marvel Universe wasted no time defending one of their own when Chris Pratt, a.k.a. Peter Quill / Star-Lord, unexpectedly became the target of social media snark. It started innocently enough with a tweet bemoaning the existence of too many Hollywood actors named Chris, along with a picture of 4 of them. One of them, it said, had to go, and for whatever reason, momentum quickly turned against the Guardians of the Galaxy actor. In a flash, the actors who play Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk came to their co-star's defense. Robert Downey Jr. posted a photo of himself with Pratt to his 47 million Instagram followers, along with a hashtag #GotYourBackBackBack. Downey then went even further, suggesting Pratt's critics delete their social media accounts and work on their own defects of character. That's it for KidNuz. Now our KidNuz quiz. Orange County, California, home to Disneyland, needs to be in what tier to reopen? Yellow, the least restrictive level. The actors who play Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk came to the defense of which of their co-stars? Chris Pratt. One drug company, Pfizer, can now test its coronavirus vaccine on kids as young as what age? (12) What is a new idea to fight climate change? A white paint that cools buildings. In One for the Road. On this day in 1978, a full-time school teacher from Norway single-handedly turned the New York City Marathon upside down and in the process forever changed the sport for women. Greta Weitz had never raced in America, had never run more than 12 miles in her life, even in training, and wore an unregistered bib number. So it came as quite a surprise when she blew past even the elite runners and crossed the finish line 10 minutes before any other woman. A year later, she became the first woman to run the marathon in under 2.5 hours. In all, she won 9 New York City marathons, more than any other runner in history. For more on Greta and how she revolutionized running for women, just say, Alexa, open Bamboo Luminaries. Before we go, it's time to turn it over to Kim for today's Kid News Shoutouts.
Thanks, Tori. We'll start with our teachers, Mrs. Rodriguez and her students at Anna McDonald in Manhattan, Illinois, and Mrs. Cruz and her crew at Chrisney Elementary in Chrisney, Indiana. And we send birthday greetings to Aubrey in Kansas City, Missouri, Jidus in Torrance, California, Lizzie in Atlanta, Georgia, Jack in Richmond, Virginia, Jordan in Seymour, Indiana, and Stella in Van Wert, Ohio. Thanks for listening, everyone. We hope you tune in for more Kid News tomorrow morning.